How many gold skull tools does that make, actually? Are we getting closer to the 30? Only 22. I wish I had some more. I mean, I guess I could always go out of my way to look for them, but I don't know, take away from the experience. My traditional experience is that I just kind of find them as life goes on, and I never actually 100% complete this game, because looking for them is such a chore. Although I did get all the pose one time in Twilight Princess HD. I just did that, though, because in the HD version you actually have that lantern that, like, shows you, like, if there are any pose in the area. Not so much the case here in Ocarina, even when we got the Fantasy 3D version. On the 3DS, we didn't get anything like that. And I don't know, that's something I thought of before, like, why am I not playing the 3DS version of this game? Well, number one, I just kind of like the aesthetic more in the N64 version. I mean, sure, you know, it's objectively worse, you know, it's a lot blockier, resolution's a lot lower. But I don't know, this is always how I played Ocarina, so it's just how it kind of looks to me. And two, I'd have to emulate it on the 3DS, the 3DS on my laptop, and that'd be a whole ordeal, and unless I really have to do that, I didn't really worry about it. But, okay, now that I cut that key, the million-dollar question is, what do we do now? Wait, am I in the same spot where we started again? Yeah, I guess so, except, yeah, of course, like, the well is, actually no longer full of water, so let's get out of here, I guess? I don't know, is there anywhere else to go? I don't think there is. Holy crap, I am already lost. Okay, no. Must get my bearings together. Can't get in there because we don't have the dungeon item yet. Can I get up there yet? If I recall correctly, there may be some vines. Oh, we haven't gone this way yet. Well, there we go. Oh, yeah. I mean, we could have gone this way the first time, but I think this is where the dungeon kind of trips you up. Like, this is the first time you can get legitimately lost in this game. Is if you come this way and you just do not have enough small keys to get where you need to go. So you're gonna kind of be running around in circles. So, okay, yeah, let's go. Although I could have come here with... No. I had 3 small keys. If we had come here first, I would have only had 2, so... Okay, how about we try the decimals again? There we go. And then just poke him. Boy, you would think the Blade of Evil's Bane would be able to take out a floating skull in just one hit, am I right? Although I guess it's only as strong as a Deku stick, so whatever. Yeah, this is probably the most annoying part of the dungeon right here. And don't get me wrong, this dungeon is one of the best in the game. I would say this is probably the second best dungeon in the game? Yeah, I think so. I can no, maybe third. Yeah, I think it'd be fair to say the third best dungeon in the game, yeah. I got 2 more in mind, and those 2 are further on in the game. But we'll get to those when we get to those. But still, this is just very high tier, just how creepy it is and how great the music is. Is that far enough? No, it's not far enough. Let's track that one more time, why don't we? There we go. Oh, and also, because I know you guys were thinking about this, because I know you just come to me for all your Ocarina of Time trivia, and all the questions you have about this game in the 23 years after it was created, because I just love to go into walkthrough mode for this game when I have absolutely nothing else to talk about. But, if you play Saria's song, like, you're gonna get no answer. Like, she is out cold. Like, she's gone, man. God knows what's happening to her right now. I think the actual excuse was that, like, the sages cannot hear the awakening call against Ganondorf, whatever that means. What I think that means is that, like, whenever the hero of time awakens, like, the call goes up to all the sages to wake up or something. I don't really know, man. I stopped trying to understand Zelda plots a long time ago, when it became blatantly obvious that they do not care. I mean, Breath of the Wild was enough evidence of that. Like, yeah, we don't really want to put together the timeline all that much. It just takes place 10,000 years in the future. How about that? Can't dare deal with anything whenever we do that. Okay, so where do we go from here now? Obviously, we have to be behind this thing. Let's see, maybe I'm gonna have to look at the map a little bit more. Yeah, that's probably a real possibility. Hold on, let me go back around here. There should be a ladder somewhere. I think there being a ladder. Where's the ladder? There's gotta be one around here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. I think I had to get the ball rolling by pulling that thing anyway, so it's all coming back to me, the few things that tripped me up as a kid. Although the Force Temple did slightly scare me as a kid, I'm not even gonna lie right there. Okay. Is that what I wanted? I guess so. Okay, let's push it. I mean, I could have always pushed it, so maybe I didn't need to put it there. Yeah, probably should have come this way this time, but yeah, that has definitely tripped me up before. And yeah, the Force Temple, I don't think we can hit that yet. We can't hit the diamond. That diamond that we have to whack. We cannot do it yet. Because we don't have the equivalent of the slingshot. Although, yeah, sure, the slingshot, it's like a kid's weapon, right? Like, I get it, but you still have it, Link. Like, you just pull it out, just fling a nut up there, you know, or a seed. I guess it's the Deku seeds that you use with the slingshot. But yeah, why wouldn't you be scared of this temple when you're playing it for the first time as a kid? Like, seriously, why not? I mean, the music is really ominous, everything is so dark. I mean, it's literally dark here. literally darker than all the other dungeons. I mean, Dodongo's Cavern was fairly dark, I suppose. That was kind of creepy, but it was like a cave. This is a man-made, like someone constructed this temple to be super scary and super disturbing. Like this is made on purpose. Whoever made this is messing with me. That's a feeling I get. And let's not jump down there. Don't do that. Okay, so here we go again. And I think this would have been locked door number 2 up here. I can hear that skull flying around. Yep, there it is. Yeah, that is locked door number 2. If you come this way the first time, this would have been your last key right here. And an iconic moment. The corridor is all twisted. Yeah, look at this. What a nice little visual spectacle right there. You know, still the first 3D game in the series and all that stuff. Oh, yeah, that's right. The Wall Masters making their grand return. So whenever, I'm not going to be able to get the audio cue because I have the audio delay, unfortunately. But you can see the shadow right there. So as long as you keep moving, I don't think they'll have much of a threat. Now we kill it! Or I miss miserably. But I don't think they can get you whenever you're climbing on ladders, so... Yeah, that's another terrifying thing. The disembodied hand comes down, grabs you, and if it gets you, you gotta go back to the beginning of the dungeon. It sucks, it's freaking terrible. And yeah, if you didn't get that key, you would not be able to get through the store right here. Ah, and at last it's time. One of the 4 Poes that we saw at the end. Although, we can't do anything about it right now. You have to go all the way to the very bottom, and am I ready for this? Yeah, I'm ready for this. Well, we've already done this before, it's not a big deal. Bring it on! Oh, is it just 1? Seriously? And they can walk over this gap, that's the weirdest thing. They can stun you. Okay, can I stay on top of this? I don't know. He can walk over it, so I'm gonna assume, I don't know, I guess I can? That's another thing, was like, I didn't want to even try as a kid. Okay, come on. There we go. Because it should just be 1 more hit after this. Oh god, we could definitely fall. I didn't know we could fall all the way down here. How does that even make sense? So during the long climb all the way back up here, and I did finally answer, you know, like a childhood question, like, can you fall down that hole? The answer to that question is, yes, you can, so I hope we don't do that again. Although, it was probably the jump attack that kind of sealed my favorite out, so now we just want to stick to the pokes on this one. Although, I don't get why he gets to just defy gravity and do that, and I don't. Let's see, right here, though, I should be safe. There we go. I don't think the damage is going to carry over from, previous fight. But I was thinking again, like, why the forest temple creeps me out so much. This is aesthetic and music, aside, because the aesthetic and music is like pretty incredible for that. But also just, I think it's the contrast to the Great Deku Tree dungeon, because the Great Deku Tree, it has kind of that forest dungeon feel, I suppose, right? I don't know. It's kind of like the warm, kind of like happy dungeon feel. Not necessarily. Like it was still kind of sad. And we have 2 more. I already fought you guys down low. Okay, who cares? I'm gonna get this point across there. So Great Deku Tree, it was still kind of like warm and inviting in a way, I suppose. You didn't get this feeling. It was kind of like, let's go explore the forest type of thing. Kokiri Forest was all it was nice and bright and kind of happy and things like that. So that's the feeling I get from the Great Deku Tree. Just that type of, I go out into the forest as a kid, just like, look around. It's a whole world out there to explore. The forest temple is more like if you went way too far in. The woods are deep, they are dark, they are scary, there are things that are going to eat you. That's the feeling I get from the forest temple. Like, the childhood innocence is gone. This is the forest as it actually is. It is terrifying, it will kill you, it will hurt you, you better watch out. I just think that's the contrast between, like, the Great Deku Tree and the forest temple here. I don't know, maybe I'll have base with that, but I think that's just another reason why I find it so unsettling. And little did I know, I would need, like, every single Deku nut I freaking got with these expansions. This is one of the first times I've, like, heavily used the Deku nuts, to be honest. But there we go, the fairy bow. An icon is revealed at last in the 3D space. And yes, I know how to use it, thank you. Let's go ahead and pull that bad boy out. So this is my usual setup. I usually have the bow on the left, the hookshot on the right, and the ocarina in the middle. Although for this one, I think I need those nuts in the middle. I've been using those so heavily. This is against the Stalfos, though, and the Stalfos are not like a terribly common enemy in this game, now that I think about it. But what we want to do now, I think I want to go back to that hallway I was just at, don't I? Let's check that map right quick. Yeah, well, there's really no way to tell which way I'm facing, so I guess we're going this way. I know it had the red Poe, right? I believe so. No, this is not the correct way. Let's go the other way. Because there's going to be 1 Poe in each of the hallways that we can actually now kill, since we've got the handy-dandy bow and arrow. So, let's see what we got. Yeah, it was this one. Where, oh, where are you? We have to snipe him from afar, too. Okay, let's see if I can get him. Is he up here? Yeah, he's right there. Let's get him. Or I could be too close. Okay, let's see if I have better luck right here. So it's not that photo, it's that one. Okay, yeah, we got him now. Do we have to do all 3 of them? I think we may have to. See this one again? No, it's gonna be that one. Although this is a nice little puzzle right here. Of course, you can't do anything with it if you don't have the fairy bow. But now that you have the fairy bow, which I'm just gonna call the bow and arrow from now on. I never really liked the name the fairy bow. Like, why does it gotta be called the fairy bow? What does it have to do with fairies? Just the bow and arrow. I don't know, like you put fairy in front of something that doesn't sound that threatening. Like, this is a man's bow and arrow. Alright, now we duel. Now this one, I don't think there's any way to cheese this one. We're just gonna have to be patient. Stop spinning. Just gonna have to wait until the incorporeal has become corporeal. Okay, I overestimated the amount of distance we could do with the jump attack. I swear in Twilight Princess that distance is a lot longer. There we go. And stunning that thing with a Deku Knight, it may not even work. I'm kind of curious to try, actually. But, it wouldn't do anything since we have enough time to get the jump attack in anyway. And I'm going to assume that a jump attack with the Master Sword is gonna do more than the freaking bow and arrow against this thing. There we go. And the red torch has been lit. Alright, let's grab this. I said let's grab this. Ah, another key. Boy, that is the 4th small key in here. Actually, isn't this? Holy crap, I completely glazed over it. I also think this is another good kind of example of the proliferation, like the increase in difficulty, the growing up, the passing from childhood into adulthood. I don't think there were any small keys in any of the children's dungeons, were there? I'm trying to think, I don't think there was. I think there's a whopping 0 small keys in any dungeon. As a child, which is just kind of an example of how, kind of simplistic they were, you know, kind of easing you into the 3D space, easing you into the game in its entirety. But you get to the first adult dungeon, and it's like, yeah, you cannot go anywhere you want to anymore, right? Yeah, I knew I was gonna be too close to that one. But, you're gonna have to think about it, like, the keys are back, you know, the Zelda staple, it's been here for a long time. Okay, come on. Stop laughing at me, you stupid booze. Got you now. And now we'll go up instead of down this time. Fear me, Blue Po, for I have the high ground. And let's get him. But yeah, a lot of Zelda staples start coming back in just the adult, I say adult timeline, I guess it wasn't the adult timeline, just the adult portion of the game, I suppose. But, you know, just a lot of staples, you know, just getting the bow and arrow, and getting the hook shot, and getting the Master Sword, you know, all these things coming back from A Link to the Past, that were not necessarily there, you know, as Child Link. I'm trying to think, I think the slingshot was actually, yeah, that was introduced in this game as far as the Zelda series is concerned. I don't think the slingshot was in any of the previous 4 games. The 4 games being the original, Zelda 2, Adventure of Link, A Link to the Past, and Link's Awakening. So yeah, first appearance of the slingshot was this game. I didn't even think about that, wow. Not the boomerang's first appearance, of course, but I mean, there are quite a few original items to Ocarina of Time. Not just the slingshot. Ah, the comp ass. Now we can see all the hidden stuff in here. Probably a lot of it which is completely freaking useless and I don't care about. Yeah, and floors that I've already been to before. Actually, do I want to go back and get that? We saw the boss key back in the twisted hallway. I'm thinking it might actually be easier to do that right now, because I'm gonna have to go through that whole vertical thing in order to get it again. Yeah, I probably should have done that, you know, while it was still there. I mean, it's too late now. I dedicated myself to the wrong place. The wrong path. But yeah, well, I heard you the first time. Yeah, I'll be sure to do that. Okay, I think we're going for the right first. Yeah. Well, I'll get the boss key when we get it. If I have to do another cut, who freaking cares? I'm gonna do it. And another non-twisted hallway. Yeah, these are the ones that'll actually take away your sword. These guys, I believe. Don't want to mess with them. Oh, no. Ah, nuts. Don't you just hate it when you get to a locked door? Freaking key! Alright, I guess we're going. Gonna have to come back regardless. Where is that last key gonna be? I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, there's a gap in the floor? Huh, guess not right now. Okay, no, that's fine. Oh, wait, I might have to backtrack regardless. Because this is a dead end. Okay, so getting caught by the wall master was not the worst thing ever. Okay, so we have to go back to that hallway. Or at least I could go back to that hallway. I think in order to get that key, we're gonna have to go through, like I said, it's not a bad thing to get caught by here, so there's a lot of backtracking, actually. Although you could always play the minuet to the forest to go back to the beginning if you wanted to. But at least I learned that the wall masters, just because you're climbing up a little step, does not mean that those guys can't get you. But yeah, I think the next key is gonna be through here. Although, no, that might not be the case. I may have missed, like, the diamond somewhere else. That may have been it. Ah, well, regardless, this is a learning experience. I generally know what I'm doing right now, so I'm not gonna get too beat up about it. Wait, what is this? This is not what I want it to be. Okay, yeah, I messed up. Now I remember. I forgot that whenever you twist, or rather untwist the hallway right here, I mean, it'll actually affect that hallway that we just saw back where the wall master got me. So, okay, maybe it wasn't the best thing to get caught by the wall master. It did kind of remind me of, like, what I actually have to freaking do here, I suppose. So, can you stay back, please? And, like, can you just have better aim? Like, I'm Z-targeted on this thing. How are you possibly missing? Why does that do so much damage? Yeah, I could not think it. But here we go. This is the moment of truth. This is what we've all been waiting for. Go ahead, untwist that bad boy. I believe that'll twist open the other hallway, right? Which will allow me to get the small key, which will allow me to go through that door. Is how I think this works. I mean, regardless, going back here anyway was not the worst thing in the world, because I can grab that key. And is that the hole I was concerned about? I think it is, actually. Do I want to fall down there? Is that how this works? I don't think it is. There it is, the boss key. Now if I can actually find my way to the boss door, we can use the boss key. Well, let's just go ahead and see what's up here first. Tell the wall master just get away from me. Okay, that's where we came from. And, God, I don't think falling down is the play. I think falling down is going to do a lot more harm than good, honestly. Yeah, we'll just fall down there. Well, there's that one right there, so I guess we can see what's down there. I'm curious. Curiosity getting the better of me here. Let's see, room right here. What is this place? I don't even remember this. Oh, crap, man. Okay, well, I guess I have to kill these guys in order to do it, so. I got you out of the bubble. Let's go ahead and stab you. Definitely can get up there. Stabby. There we go. And number 2. That one's in a corner, so you'd think that'd be easy. Yeah, the Master Sword is definitely shorter than it is in games after this. Man, oh man. Okay, where does this lead? Whoa! Hello, this might actually lead where I want to go. That giant Deku Bob out of the way. Oh yeah, I think it does. I think this is actually kind of like where the last small key is. I believe it's in this room, actually. That's where the freaking Wall Master was hanging out. Ow. I'm gonna attack it head on. Well, don't do that initially, because it does that. It's listen to the little guys. One of the few scenarios where the spin attack, the charge spin attack is actually useful. Yeah, I think that's the key I was looking for, so this is the way you have to go. Man, I don't remember that at all, having to fall through the gap to get this key. So maybe the spiral doesn't affect it. Man, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, man, I know this game like the back of my hand. As far as the child dungeons were concerned, yeah, I think, you know, I handled those pretty well. I think I got turned around in Jabba Jabba like one time, in like a very minor way. Yeah, when we were just trying to use the boomerang on those things, but okay, now we go all the way back, after I twist up the hallway again. Boy, these bubbles really are just the worst. Alright, let's try this again. Number 1, not getting caught by the Wall Master, because that would be an abject disaster since this is absolutely where I want to be now. And number 2, I actually have the key for us to do something here now, so I was correct in my initial assessment that twisting the other hallway does not twist this one. Except, the little eye for twisting up that hallway is going to be right here instead. Oh, great, we get to play this game again. Or we could play this game. Here's a little pro tip for you. Let's go ahead and get Din's Fire out. We're not going to mess with this nonsense. If I remember correctly, we can use Din's Fire right here and melt this thing without having to do the trick shot with the bow and arrow. Let's give it a try, why don't we? I don't think I've used this thing yet, so let's show it off. Ah. I love it when there's more than one way to solve a problem in a Zelda game. Because normally you gotta do like the little trick shot, right? Like you have to line it up correctly when you're on the moving platform so that the arrow that you're using goes through the fire and hits the ice and melts it, and like there you go. But Nah, we're not gonna worry about that here. I think that's the first time I've ever used like any substantial amount of magic either, so hey, there you go. I mean, Din's Fire is probably the most useful of all three of the goddess abilities, to be honest. Farore's Wind, I mean... I'm trying to think. I mean, if you have to go back out and get healing stuff, I guess, but Ocarina is such an easy game. I don't think you really need to do that. I mean, I was running low on hearts because I was just getting like kind of impatient and careless right there, but... okay, I don't think we want to go down that way. Where is that wall, Master? Is this the way that goes back? Okay, back here. So I think we just do want to fall down the hole now, actually, yeah. Alright, well, here we go, Geronimo. I'll take it. Unless it'll stretch to the dungeon here. Yeah, Ocarina is such an easy game, I don't think you really need to go back for healing supplies. Unlike, you know, the hero mode in friggin' Twilight Princess. I mean, that was just a tad bit difficult in some spaces. But we'll worry about that later. What's through here? This just goes out here. Huh. I guess if you need an easy way to get back here, but that would be the biggest waste ever to just fall down there. Jeez. So the checkerboard, huh? I hope the whole thing doesn't fall down on top of... Oh. You're gonna warn me. Okay, then.